Hello and welcome everyone to this particular lecture of company law. Now, we have so far covered section 129, rule 3, and section 128 also of this chapter, that is company accounts. Now, we are going to move ahead with section 130. Now, the books of accounts are prepared by the company. It is closed during the end of the financial year. Now, there might be some circumstances where the books of accounts needs to be reopened or recasted by the company. Okay, now under what circumstances such kind of things can happen, under whose order such kind of things can happen, and such kind of things means a reopening of accounts can happen, and who can apply for such reopening or recast? Can the company itself apply for it, or there are some authorities which are allowed to apply for the same? That is what we are going to cover under section 130. Okay, it's a very simple section, and we'll go through it in a very simple manner itself. Okay, now section 130 speaks about reopening of books of accounts, reopening of books of accounts on court order or tribunal's order. So, mind you, the reopening of the books of accounts, which we are covering under section 130, is only about court's order or tribunal's order. Tribunal means NCLT order. Okay, this part is clear. So that means one question is answered, that reopening of books of accounts that is covered under section 130 is only on court's order or tribunal's order. Now, what are the provisions for the same? Who can apply for the same? Who can apply for the same? So application can be made by central government, first of all, central government, income tax authorities, okay, SEBI, and any other regulatory or statutory body or authority. So you can see the class of people who can, class of persons who can apply to tribunal for reopening or recasting of the financial statement or books of accounts of the company are authorities like central government, income tax authorities, SEBI, and any other regulatory or statutory board or body or authority. Okay, so no individual person cannot apply, so a company itself cannot apply, and a private company cannot apply. Only these four categories which are provided under section 130 specifically can apply to NCLT. For what? For reopening and recasting purposes of books of accounts and financial statement respectively. Now, once an application is made, to NCLT, then what happens? Then once it is received by the NCLT, NCLT will provide a notice. NCLT will provide a notice to whom? To other statutory bodies, to other stakeholders who may be impacted by such an act of reopening or recasting of the financial statement or books of account. See, for if I reopen the books of accounts and recast the financial statement of a particular company for say 2 years back or 3 years back, in that case, the net profit of that particular company may also change, which may have implications on the income tax calculations also. Hence, a notice shall be given by the tribunal to other stakeholders before passing such order. Other stakeholders can be central government, income tax authorities, SEBI, etc., etc. Now, once the notice is given, they will give their representation, their objection, their suggestions. Okay. After considering it, the tribunal will pass an order. The tribunal will pass an order granting or dismissing the application. So if it grants the application, then the reopening and the recasting can be done. Now, one important point over here is that once you have recast or revised your financial statement or books of accounts, then it shall be considered as final. It shall be considered as final. Now, note a very important note over here, that the application for such an order can be made to NCLT only for a period which is 8 preceding financial years from this particular financial. So if say central government is applying to NCLT for reopening or recasting of the financial statement or books of accounts, in that case, it can make such an application only for a period which is 8 preceding financial years only, not prior to that. Okay, so I hope this point is clear. This is a very important note that you have to note. Order in respect of above shall be relating to a period not earlier than 8 financial years immediately preceding the current financial year. Okay, now what are the conditions or circumstances under which NCLT or the court will give such an order? There are only two conditions or two reasons under which it can be permitted by the NCLT. First is if the books of accounts or relevant entries of the accounts were prepared in a fraudulent manner, in a fraudulent manner. Okay. And second, the affairs of the company were mismanaged. When the affairs of the company are mismanaged and it can be proved by the authorities, then in that case there is a doubt which is casted on the financial statements or the reliability of the financial statements, and hence the NCLT may pass an order to revise or reopen such books of accounts. Okay, so there are only 2 points that you have to remember in terms of reason: fraudulent manner and mismanagement. These are the two keywords that you have to remember. Okay, very simple section. I hope you all understood this particular section, and this particular lectures, I hope, is helping all of you. Most of my lectures are in English. As per whatever requests I have got in comments, please do pour your love in the comment box. And any feedback that you have, please do write in the comment box. I will try to reply to each one of you as much as possible. And do like the video. That keeps my motivation really high. And subscribe the channel. Only 25% of the viewers are currently subscribed to this channel. So please do subscribe to this channel if you find this videos helpful for you. And finally, do share this particular video to all your friends. That increases my reach. Finally, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.